Hi Flosstube, I'm Sally. I'm StitchySally here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Today is the 2nd of August 2023 and this is Flosstube number 56. A very warm welcome to you all, whether you are a returning viewer or a new viewer. It is lovely to have you here. If you're not a subscriber, I hope you will consider subscribing, and also if you could like my video, that would be absolutely fantastic, and also leave me a comment if you have time to do so. It's horrendous here today. It is raining, it's very dull, so I've got the main light on. Didn't see the point in putting my ring light on today, so I feel like it has rained for so long now. But never mind, we needed the rain, but as per usual we just get way too much. So I have a fair bit to show you today. I have some FFOs, I've been doing a little bit of framing. I have a couple of planned new starts, I have a finish and a new start and some haul. So I'm going to get started by showing you my book of days for July, because I keep forgetting to show my book of days. So there it is. As you can see, I've stitched every day. Some days I've stitched on a couple of different things because I'm desperately trying to get back to my Heaven and Earth Designs Guardian, which I have forgotten to bring in to show you. Yeah, I've missed so many days stitching on that in July, and I really do need to. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I do apologise, I was struggling there to pause it. Right, yes, I've showed you my book of days, so we'll go on to my framing now. So the first one is Stitches Through the Years Strawberry Harvest, which was I showed as a finish last time. So this frame, it's a box frame from the works. And what I'm going to do is for each season just swap them out. Don't know where I'm going to hang it. I need to do some moving around while my husband's at work, so that he doesn't stand there sighing at me, hammering more nails in the walls. So yeah, that is my first fully finish. Really pleased with that. I rather like it in the black frame actually. And then the next one, I picked up some frames from the works, and I know this is not straight. I do apologise, Yas, it is not straight. So this is Yasmin's Made with Love, the Uniqueness of Others. And that's stitched on 32 count Stormy Skies, so I got Stormy Skies using DMC. It looks straight. I mean, I have actually laced this twice because for some reason I measured my opening wrong in the frame and it was 2 centimetres too big. Height-wise. So I had to take it off and cut my card and relace it, and I could have sworn I'd got it straight, but sadly not. But I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm not going to show my husband because he will tell me, as he always does, if something doesn't look right. So yeah, I'm happy with it, and that's all that counts as far as I'm concerned. And then my next piece of framing, it has been sat waiting to have something done with it for a long time. And this was a collaboration between Hands On Designs, Ink Circles and somehow Stitchworks, I believe, and it's called Needles Dance. I stitched this in 2020. Stitchy Rach enabled me. I had it in my stash, hadn't started, and then I saw Stitchy Rach's whips pictures of it, and I thought, right, I'm going to start that. I did have to change one or two of the colours. I didn't buy the crescent colours when I bought the chart. Sorry, Classic Colourworks. And I can't remember what I changed. I know there was one that didn't show up very well, so I swapped it out for a different colour. And that was stitched on 32 count raw linen opalescent that I had in my stash. Sorry for the glare, can't really help that today. So yeah, those are my fully finishes. I do have another one to do, a seasonal piece that I bought a frame for in the range, but I just haven't got it done yet. And I'm still trying to get Blackbird Designs Quaker Garden fully finished as well. Right, on to my finish, which is this one. And it is RTO Warmth in Palms, and it's the robin. And I stitched this as kitted with the Ada and the threads that were in with the kit. And let me tell you, I hated doing all this backstitch. It was an absolute bloody nightmare. Some of it is probably not in the right place, but it looks like a hand, so that will do. And there we go. Isn't that cute? Absolutely love this. Just love it. It is gorgeous. So yeah, love stitching the robin. Hated doing the back stitch for the hand. But it's done and I am delighted with it, and I think I'm going to frame this. I'm going to have to go, I think, around the charity shops or back to the range or do online at the range. And then I had a new start. You may remember a while ago I was talking about Yoanita Stitchy Things and I starting this Emma Congdon Simple Things from Cross Stitcher May 2021. And we decided to start this when Yoanita had come back from her trip to the States. And she contacted me to say she was ready to start it. So, and I'm stitching it with DMC 798. It's charted for 799, but I decided I like 798 better. Not that there's that much difference in them, I don't think, to be honest. So I'm using 32 count Vintage Sun by Zweigart, and that's where I'm at. So we started this not this last Monday, the Monday before, and that's where I'm at. And we're being joined by the Stitching You on Instagram. I know she has got a Flosstube channel, but I know she's not filmed for quite a long time now. And also Yoanita enabled, oh my god, I can't remember the name. I am so sorry, somebody on Instagram and I cannot remember the name. Should have written it down. Shoulda, coulda. So yeah, that's my progress. Fabric doesn't show up very well in this light, unfortunately. It is a sort of a pale yellowy mottled. But yeah, loving this. So lovely. And hopefully if Natalie can fit it in, Natalie Home Sweet Home Handmade, she might join in as well, because I know she showed the magazine on her Flosstube, and the Stitching You had seen it, so she'd got, I think she'd got a digital copy of the magazine and started it, and that's when I saw hers started. But unfortunately she's had to restart hers, which is why excuse me, she's joining us. Right, on to whips now. Oh, excuse me. So the first one I'd like to show you is this one, and it is NeedleworkPress and Be Kind to One Another, and this is the hashtag Be Kind Easter Sal, which was started by Beth, the Steadfast Stitcher, Mary, Daydream Stitcher, and I decided that I wanted to join in with it. And also joining us is Lynn, Lancashire Stitcher, and Gail Sneed on Instagram. So I'm stitching this in the DMC conversion, but I have got Classic Colourworks Yield Gold. And I'm just loving this. Hoping I can get it all in because I'm nearly at the bottom. I'm stitching it 1/1 on 25 Camp Vintage Country Mocha by Zwagart. And there we go. That's where I'm at. So I've made a start on this house down here, and I've got one squirrel stitching the other one, a bunny up here. I've got the alphabet done. I've got the hearts to fill in. These two hearts here, I've filled those in. I'm sorry for the lighting, it's not really showing anything very well, but not a lot I can do about that. Oops, sorry, knocked my microphone. So that is my first whip. Ooh! And then my next whip is this one. Barbara Anna Designs Sailing Dreams. And I'm loving this. Absolutely loving it. She's such a joy to stitch. She really, really is. So I'm using all the DMC. I haven't made any substitutions on this one. And those are the threads. I think there's a couple missing. They're in another project. And I am stitching it. It's an unknown fabric. It could be 28, it could be 32, not entirely sure. I've not put a tape measure on it to see and counted to see. But there she is. Do excuse. I don't iron. That's not technically true. I do iron. I don't iron these until I'm ready to do something with them. Finish them. So, yeah, there she is. Looking absolutely fabulous. Yeah, sorry about the creases. It's a bit stretchy as this fabric as well. Yeah, absolutely love her. I think she's gorgeous. And that is for the Barbara Anna Wednesday sal that I do with lovely Sally at Flossy Sews and Grows, and it is also for the seasonal sal hosted by Lynn, Lancashire Stitcher. Nearly forgot to add that little snippet of information there. And I also forgot to say that the Warmth in Palms Robin is one of my 6 for 60 birthday sal that I am doing with Lainey. I joined Lainey when she was doing her 6 for 60. Right, what's next? this one. Plum Street Samplers, Pink House Sampler, also affectionately known as the Big Ass Pink House Sal. And I am stitching this along with lovely Elaine, Ellie Welly Stitcher. This was our New Year's Day start. Hoping to finish it before New Year next year. As it is, I would like to finish it by the end of November. I have stitched an extra day on this for the past couple of weeks because I'd finished Strawberry Harvest and this has got sheep on, so I just used this for my Sheep Friday for a couple of weeks. So I am using the DMC conversion off the chart. And I'm stitching this on 25 count Vintage Country Mocha 1/1. Yeah, that grass is nearly done. I've got to, obviously I have to fill in all the flowers on there, but the grass is nearly done. When I picked it up last week, my plan, sorry, God, you'd think I'd never done this before. My plan was to do a strand of grass and a strand of border. I did a strand of border and that was it. I just carried on. I just carried on with the grass. But as I say, that is nearly done. I think I might have a party when it is done. And do go and have a look at Elaine's Flosstube if you haven't watched it before. Hers is looking absolutely fabulous. She's nearly got the house done. She has got the grass done. And she's also, I think, she has got the border done because she started in a different place to me. She started at the top. So she has got the border done. Sometimes it does feel like it's never ending and I'll never get it finished. But anyway, I'm enjoying the process. I did think I'd be bored of it by now, but I'm not. So that is that one. And then I always feel like there's something missing when I don't have quite so many whips, because obviously normally I would have 7, one for every night of the week, but at the moment I don't. And I have to say, I don't know, I admire those of you who have a lot of whips. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you cope with it because I really couldn't. But anyway. So, this, The Long and Winding Road, is my next whip by Blackbird Designs. It is number 6, I believe, of the Magical Mystery Tour. I have stitched 4 of them so far, so I still have Strawberry Fields to start, and this one obviously is my whip. I'm stitching this as part of a Tuesday night's BBD sal that I do with my lovely friends Barb and Mouse. Battybat 210 on Instagram and Tales of a Stitchy Mouse on Instagram. I am not enjoying this. I hate to say it, but I am not enjoying this. But I really want to keep on with it and finish it because obviously, like I say, I've done 4 of the Magical Mystery Tour. I would like to do all 6, so, but not enjoying it. I know last time I was saying that I'd had to, I'd made a mistake on the Long and Winding Road, so it was no longer Long and Winding. Contractors were rubbish. But luckily they did come back. And they did put it right. So I'm stitching this in mostly the call for colours because I had them in my stash. Yeah, actually, have all of them except for one, so I'm just doing that in DMC. And I'm stitching this on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha by Zweigart. And there we are. So yeah, long and winding road. Well, the outer of the long and winding road is done. I've filled in some plants here, I guess. I'm guessing this is grass here. Started on the house. Messed up on the house last night. We have been watching Good Omens. We started watching it on Monday. Watched one episode. Then last night we decided to watch 2 episodes. Trying to watch that. Trying to stitch this. Ended up in a mess. Could not concentrate enough to work out where I needed to be, so I just sat and watched the rest of the episode and then went back to it. So I haven't frogged because this was light. I have just gone over where I'd made a mistake with the darker thread, and that's fine. But yeah, not enjoying it. I don't know what it is about it, because it's pretty. I don't know whether it's the colours or what, but I am not enjoying it. But I will persevere. I will persevere and finish it. So yeah, that is that one. And while I had to go to the door, the postman, I went and picked up Guardian so that you could see that. I'm not going to take it out of the Q-snap. I know you shouldn't leave it in the Q-snap, but I do because it's just easier for me to pick it up, add a few stitches, put it away. So for those of you who haven't seen this before, this is Heaven and Earth Designs Guardian. It's the black and white version. I have been stitching this since the 19th of April 2007. And this was a rack from my lovely friend, my surrogate sis Lisa. Lisa S Stitches. When are you going to do a Flosstube, Lisa? We've not seen you for such a long time. It'd be lovely to see you again. So yeah, this has been on the go since 2007. Should have been finished long ago, but it just kept getting put away and put away. I'd bring it out to do a challenge on the Heaven and Earth Designs group. Not the Facebook group, the I can't even remember what the board was now. It used to be EZ board, but I don't think it is anymore. Yuku, I don't know. And then it just got put away and it never came out again. And this year I was working out and I just had the sudden urge to think to finish it and get it up on the wall. So I worked out that if I did 100 stitches a day, I could finish it in 2 years. I haven't been getting 100 stitches a day in. As I said at the beginning of the video, July I barely picked it up. So I've been really trying to make sure that I do at least try and pick it up every day, or if I don't pick it up every day, I do a couple of 100 stitches. So this page I started towards the beginning of June. So this is from here. So I'm nearly there. I've nearly finished it. This page here, this took me 2 months. I was hoping this wouldn't take me 2 months because there wasn't quite as many changes, little fiddly bits. I mean, it's not many colours, but it can still be a bit fiddly. But as I say, barely stitched on it really. So what really should have not taken me particularly long is taking me too long as far as I'm concerned. But once I get this finished, I've got 4 full pages and 6 partial pages, I think. Something like that. Maybe 7 partial pages. But yeah, that's where that is. As I say, I'm not gonna take it off because it's just easier Easy for me to leave on the queue snap, even though I know I shouldn't, and you're probably all shouting at me telling me that I shouldn't. Right, let's move on to planned new starts. So, I have one more 6 for 60 left to do, which I would like to get finished either before Lainey's birthday or at least before I start my second lot of 6 for 60. So this is my final one, which is with my needle sampler maker. And there are actually, if you can see there, there's three versions, slightly different sizes, and I think I'm going to do the second version, which is just slightly smaller widthways. So those are the threads. I don't know whether they're all there. There might be one in another. Yes, there is. There's one more that's in Pink House Sampler, and I'm going to stitch it on 36 count platinum by Zweigart. So I'm going to start that on Saturday. That's going to be a stitch with Lainey on Saturday, and then the other one that I'm going to start, hopefully so that I can, well, it is not going to be finished for autumn to be on display, but I'll give it a good go. And it's this one, Happy Harvest by Stitches Through the Years, and I'm going to do this on my Fridays with Barb, and I will be in touch, Barb, because I know you were saying about a change from a sheep. Excuse me. So yeah, that's what I'm going to start, and I'm hoping that I can get a good go on it rather than it taking me absolutely ages. I mean, I know there's a lot of grass, so much grass. So these are some of the threads. The others are in other projects. I cannot find my 640. I need to go and have another look. I thought Abby had it, but Abby does not have it. I haven't cut my fabric yet, but I'm going to use 40 count vintage country mocha, the same as I used on Strawberry Harvest. So I'll have to get that cut. I have had to order some because what I had left was not big enough. Right, we'll move on to haul. Excuse me while I reach across my table. So, last time I did mention that I'd had an email from Patchwork Rabbit to let me know that something that I'd asked to be let know when it came back into stock. Why is there no easy way to say that? Why do I make that so difficult? And it was this one. No surprise, it's Barbara Anna Designs, and it's Bountiful Dreams. This might be my autumn start for the seasonal sal. I'm not 100% sure yet, because I also have Woodland Dreams, I think it is. So I'm torn between the two. So I got that. And then last year, Lovely Dawn Frosty X Stitch, and I did a stitch along of, you could just see it here, stitch all the things. And we said we really needed to do another sal this year, which we just haven't got there with it. I was saying that, you know, we needed to do one, maybe not until next year now. So she sent me some pictures of some charts that she had, and I went, that one. Let's do that one. So she told me where she got hers from, and I went and I picked up the very last one that Arts and Design had, Arts and Design, sorry. And it's this one. It's Scattered Seed Samplers, Remember Me Pin Keep. So we're going to start that next year at some point when we can both fit it in. And I've always liked this one. I just love the flowers and the birds, and so yeah. And I like that there's not too many colours either, and it is charted in DMC as well. So yeah, starting that one. And as I say, I have ordered some Vintage Country Mocha 40 count from Peakside Needleworks. I ordered a couple of pieces actually. I ordered a fat quarter and then a smaller piece, because I think the smaller piece I can get maybe two pieces out of it for my stitches through the years, because obviously I've got all 4 of the seasonals, and then for to raise a curve with my hands. I mean, I'm not starting that until December, but I thought I'm gonna get the fabric while it's there, because sometimes it just seems to take a while to come back in, or don't have a piece big enough, or whatever. So that's that. And then, yeah, I know I've gone mad. You know, Stitch from Stash is going to be like, oh my god. But I did sell some charts that I'd finished with, so I don't feel so bad. And why? Why should I feel bad anyway? Come on, it's my hobby. I don't smoke, I don't drink. This is what keeps me sane half the time. So yeah, I have been procrastinating about buying floss drops. I don't use them particularly, and I know this is going to sound really, really silly, I wanted my 6 for 60 in December to be a little bit more special. Yeah, I know, it probably sounds crazy, so I thought, right, I'm going to get some floss drops because I want to. So Charlie Feathers, Stitches with Charlie Feathers, who is absolutely lovely. If you have not watched her Flosstube, please go and watch her. She's so lovely, such a gentle soul. I know I've shouted her out many a time, but you know, if you haven't watched her, please do go and watch her. And she makes floss drops, and she put these up. And I thought, I mean, the whole reason why I actually bought, well, should I say, I'm not making much sense, am I? She also makes ring bling, and I had to have this. I don't know whether you can see that. That squirrel. I had to have that. I'm sorry, it's not showing up very well. So these had to be the floss drops that I bought because, you know, nature. Absolutely love them. So these are done with fancy papers. And if you do not know, which you probably will do because I know quite a lot of other Flosstubers have purchased these as well. And these are jelly printed, I believe. And these are the small ones. And I think these are absolutely beautiful. So if you are in the market for some floss drops and you want to support a small business, please do go and have a look at Charlie's Coffee, or Coffee, or however you pronounce it. I will try and remember to put the link down below. Yeah, Absolutely lovely. I don't think she's going to have any jelly printed ones for a while now. I think she said maybe November, December, because she's making a load for Stitch London. But she does keep putting the paper ones up, and she puts a sticker on the back for you to write your floss number on, and you have a bigger hole to put your whole skein on, and then a smaller skein, you know, for when you have the little bits, and that's what I love about them as well. So I'm going to be using these and these for my 6 for 60, and this of course. Oh, sorry, that turn round. Oh, for God's sake. There. Yeah, and I do have some more coming as well, because she put some up. She put some more up. Magpie Dreams and the Sparkly. And the crazy, I have a crazy reason. At one time, you never ever saw magpies other than out in the country. You know, you'd be driving down the road, there'd be a magpie in a tree, on the grass, or whatever. And we have them coming into our garden. You hear them before you see them. And yeah, they're so comical, so comical. So I had to have some Magpie Dreams, and they are beautiful as well. So I'll show you those when they come. So thank you, Charlie. And as I say, if you're wanting to support a small business and you are in the market for floss drops or ring bling, do go and have a look. And they're not a silly price either. So there we go. Right, I've just got a couple of Flosstube mentions. So new to me Flosstubers, Angie and Sally, who are August 1823 stitchers. They put out their first Flosstube. I can't remember now whether it was last week or the week before. Been friends for years. Some really lovely whips. I know Angie, well, they do both watch me. I know I managed to put 2 and 2 together. That Angie has commented on my Flosstubes before, and had a lovely shout out as well from Sally. So thank you so much, ladies. So yeah, if you want some new Flosstubers to watch, do go and pop along and watch those. And I would just like to say welcome back to Flosstube, Amy of Pearls and Ponderings. So lovely to see a Flosstube pop up from you yesterday. And I watched it this morning while I was eating my breakfast. So it's lovely to see you back, Amy, and I hope you will continue to film. So if you've not seen Amy before, I know she hasn't put up a Flosstube for quite a few months, but if you've not seen her before, do go and have a look at her. She's a lovely person, stitches some lovely things. So yeah, do go and have a look at Amy. Welcome back, Amy. Lovely to see you back. So that is me for this time. I have, as far as I know, shown you everything that I had to show you. So thank you so much to everybody who watches. Thank you if you come back time and time again. For your lovely comments, for liking the video. Please do keep coming back. I am at that point now where I hit 1,000 subscribers and the numbers just kept going up. I seem to get to 1,100, and then I think it's maybe for about the past 4 videos, I put a new Flosstube up, I lose subscribers, and then they come back again, and then I lose subscribers when I put another Flosstube up. So we'll see what happens this time. As long as I have people coming to watch me, that is fine. And as long as you enjoy my content, you know, if you get sick of me and you're not coming to watch me, then I won't bother anymore. But anyway, yeah, so thank you very much. It really does mean a lot. Really does mean a lot. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and watch this back. see what I've said that have maybe said wrong, but I'm not editing, I can't be bothered. Get it uploaded, get tidied up. So thank you again for watching. I will hopefully see you again in a couple of weeks' time. So take care everybody, and enjoy every single stitch that you put in, whether it be a little bit or a lot. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.